Hello all. So today let's learn the applications of the section formula that we have learned in coordinate geometry. So this is the last topic that we have for this in coordinate geometry. Okay. So सबसे पहले हम लोग देखेंगे सेंटर्ड ऑफ अ ट्रायंगल क्या होता है बेस्ड इन आई मीन यूजिंग कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री. सो पहले समझते हैं सेंट्रॉइड क्या है. सो लेट्स से दैट दिस इज अ ट्रायंगल and this is the midpoint of, let's say the triangle is ABC. So midpoints of BC is D, AC is E, and for AB, the midpoint is F. Now, there are lines joining from A to D, B to E, and C to F. So they meet at a common point called centroid. Okay. Now, what is the unique thing about this centroid? So this centroid divides the median in the ratio of 2 is to 1. So let's say that this point is P. So AP is to PD equals to 2 is to 1. Similarly, BP is to PE is in the ratio of 2 is to 1. And similarly for CP and PE, the ratio of 2 is to 1. So this is the important thing for the centroid. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to see the coordinates of centroid. So let's say the coordinates of A are x1, y1. B is x2, comma y2, and for C it is x3, comma y3. So using section formula, if you apply these things, you will find the centroid, and the centroid formula will become. So for P, let's say the centroid, the coordinates are x, comma y. So Px is equals to x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3. Similarly, y coordinate for P is y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. So what we are going to do is we are going to add the coordinates of A, B, C and divide it by 3 so that we can get the coordinates of the centroid, which we have taken as P in this scenario. So this is the formula that we are going to use for finding the centroid of a triangle. Okay. So there are questions which come in the CBSE exams based upon these formulas. So ये formula याद करना बहुत जरूरी है. Okay. Sometimes you will not have the coordinates of the centroid. So that's one sort of question. अगर centroid दे रखा है आपको, so there might be something missing in the coordinates of A, B or C. So that's what you are going to find out in those questions. Okay. Okay. So I hope this is clear. I'll move to next question now. So, okay, so the next thing is the area of a triangle. So, you might have learned before, like in the earlier classes, the formula for the triangle's area. So, let's say that I have a triangle here. Okay, give me a minute. Let's say that this is a triangle that we have with base B, height H. So, can you tell me what is the area of this triangle? Half into base into height. So now in our scenario, in coordinate geometry, we don't have the base, we don't have the height. What we have are so we have the same triangle, ABC, with the coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. So these are the coordinates that we have. So now maybe we can find out the base, BC, but we don't know the height. So this height we are not aware of, and we don't need it. So in coordinate geometry, we are going to use these coordinates to find the area of the triangle. बहुत easy है, आराम से समझो. You will get the area of this triangle. So we are going to write x1, y1. So these are the coordinates of A. Then we are going to write the coordinates of B. then the coordinates of C. And we are going to repeat the coordinates of A again. So I hope this is clear. So these are A, B, C, and then again A. You can write BCA and B as well. So you can do BCA and then B again. Whichever coordinate you want to repeat, you can repeat. There is no problem in that. So as of now, I have repeated x1, y1. Okay. So in this scenario, what we are going to do is we are going to find the area. Area is 1 upon 2. And what we are going to do, we are going to write the formula in two parts. So the first part minus the second part, and that will be our area. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to start from x1 and we are going to multiply by y2. So x1, y2 plus x2, y3 plus x3 and y3. x3 and y1, sorry. So this is y1, right? x3 and y1. So this we have calculated half part of the formula. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to subtract something from this. What we are going to subtract? We start with, and yeah, we are going to calculate, put these things in the subtraction. So x2 y1 plus x3 y2 plus x1 y3. So this is what we are going to subtract from this, and we are going to get the area of the triangle. So here we don't need base and height. I mean, these formulas are still valid if we have the values of base and height. But in our scenario in coordinate geometry, we don't have it for now. So we are going to calculate the area of the triangle using the coordinates of ABC. Hope it's clear. Okay. So I'll move ahead. So what we have here is we have to find the coordinates of the center of a triangle whose vertices are 0, 6, 8, 12, and 8, 0. So I told you these questions are from CBSE only. I mean, in the board exams they have come. And we have coordinates of A, B, C, and we have to find the coordinates of centroid. Okay. So let's say we are going to find the x coordinate of centroid. Okay. So the x coordinate of centroid will be, we are going to add the x part of the coordinates of all of these points. So it is 0 plus 8 plus 8 upon 3. That becomes 16 by 3. Okay. For the y coordinate, we are going to do the same. We are going to add 6 plus 12 plus 0 by 3. So that becomes 18 by 3. That becomes 6. So the coordinates of the centroid becomes 16 by 3, comma 6. Because the formula was, if you remember, for the x part, we had x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3. Okay. So we'll do the second question now. So two vertices of a triangle are given and the centroid vertices are given. Centroid points are given. So coordinates of, let's say, A, B are given, and coordinates of center, which is G, is given. So we have to find the coordinate of third vertex, third vertex of the triangle. So the x coordinate, if you remember, for the centroid was, how do we find out? Do you remember the formula? So we have A, we have B, and we have C, and the centroid is G. So how do we find the centroid? X coordinate is x1 uh, plus x2 plus x3 upon 3, so that we can get the coordinates of centroid of triangle. So I mean, here what we have is we have been given the centroid of the triangle. So that is 5 by 3 is the x coordinate. It becomes 5 by 3 equal to 3 and then minus 2. And let's say the one that we don't have, that is x1 upon 3. Okay. So if we solve it, it becomes x1 plus 1 equals to 5. And therefore, x1 becomes 4. Okay. Now, similarly for the y coordinate, what is the formula that we have? Y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3. So here, let's say, the coordinate given is 1 by 3 for the centroid. So it becomes 1 by 3 equals to 2 plus 1. So if you see, this is 1. And the coordinate that we don't have, let's say it is y1 upon 3. So again, if I solve it, it becomes y1 plus 3 equals to 1. So therefore, y1 becomes minus 2. So the coordinates of the third vertex of the triangle becomes 4 comma minus 2. So I hope you are able to understand this question as well. I'll go to next question now. So if the points P, Q, and R, I think P is missing here. Let's say it is P, Q, R are collinear and A plus B equals to 1. Find the values of A and B. So what is the meaning of collinear? Can you tell me? Do you know what is the meaning of collinear? So let's say, so in a triangle, we have A, B, C, right? So are these points collinear? So collinear means the points are lying in the same straight line. So P, Q, and R. So this is how we have these points. Okay. So what is the benefit of these points having, lying in the same line? इसका benefit क्या है हमें यहाँ पे कि ये point same line पे lie करते हैं? And how do we solve this question? So these questions have also come in CBSE only in the boards exams. So these are very important. तो थोड़ा सा दिमाग चलाने की जरूरत है केवल कि अगर पॉइंट्स कोलिनियर हैं सेम लाइन पे लाई करते हैं तो उसका क्या बेनिफिट है? उसका बेनिफिट ये है कि वी आर नॉट एबल टू फाइंड दिस, वी आर नॉट एबल टू क्रिएट दिस ट्राइंगल बिटवीन दीज पॉइंट्स. अगर ट्राइंगल नहीं है तो ट्राइंगल का एरिया भी नहीं होगा. ट्राइंगल का एरिया नहीं है मतलब जीरो होगा. ओके. सो what we are going to do, we are going to write these coordinates in the same fashion how we have written it before, and we are going to find the area of this triangle, and that will be 0. So we are going to equate it to 0. So the formula was multiplication of these and addition, right? So it becomes minus 3b minus 5a plus 36. So this was together minus 9a, 4b, and 15. Minus 5 into minus 3 becomes 15, right? So I'll add 15 here. And this is equals to 0 because these points are collinear. So there is no triangle and therefore ये यहाँ पे triangle का area 0 हो जाएगा. So all of these things you have to write as a reason. I'm not writing it here right now because I'm telling you. But in exam, be as precise as possible. हर चीज जो आप मान रहे हो उसको वहां पे लिखो कि ऐसा क्यों कर रहा हूं. Okay. So let's solve this. So half will go away because it is 0 equated to 0 anyway. So it becomes minus 5a minus 9a becomes minus 14a. Minus 3b and minus 4b becomes minus 7b. And 36 minus 15 becomes 21 equals to 0. So I can divide the whole thing by 7. So it becomes 2a minus b plus 3 minus 2 minus b plus 3 equals to 0. And we also know a plus b equals to 1. So see, it's a equation in two variables. A है आपके पास और B है. एक इक्वेशन तो सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते हम. अगर हम केवल यही इक्वेशन लेके चलते हैं, आई कांट सॉल्व इट. टू इक्वेशन इन वन वेरिएबल आई कांट सॉल्व. एक इक्वेशन में एक वेरिएबल होगा तो सॉल्व हो जाएगा. दो इक्वेशन के लिए दो वेरिएबल के लिए दो इक्वेशन चाहिए ही चाहिए. तो एक इक्वेशन तो हमने निकाल ली, एक इक्वेशन क्वेश्चन में दी हुई है. तो वी आर गोइंग टू यूज बोथ ऑफ दम. सो अगर आप देखते हैं यहाँ पे तो b इक्वल्स टू, सो a प्लस बी दे रखा है 1, हमें माइनस बी चाहिए, तो मैं 1 को इधर ले आता हूँ. सो इट बिकम्स a माइनस 1 इक्वल्स टू माइनस बी. सो व्हाट आई डू, आई पुट इट माइनस टू a, and minus b is, so this is minus b, right? So minus b is a minus 1. So I'll put a minus 1 plus 3 equals to 0. So minus 2a plus a becomes minus a, and minus 1 plus 3 becomes plus 2 equals to 0. So therefore a becomes 2. And since we know a plus b equals to 1, so that means b equals to minus 1. So if you put a की वैल्यू इन a प्लस बी इक्वल्स टू 1, यू विल गेट b इक्वल्स टू माइनस 1, क्योंकि उसी सिनेरियो में 2 minus 1 is 1, right? So we have found the values of a and b as well. So hope this is also clear. There is no confusion in this. अगर पॉइंट्स कोलिनियर हैं, मतलब देयर इज नो ट्राइंगल, मतलब कि ट्राइंगल का जो एरिया है वो जीरो हो गया. So that's what we have done. We have tried to find out the area here, right? And we have equated it to 0. And based upon that, we have got this one equation, this one. And for equation, single equation having two variables, we can't solve it. So we are using this another equation which is given in the question. And that's how we have found the answer. Okay. So I'll go to next question. I think this is the last question. So in what ratio is the line segment joining the points divided by line y equals to x? So दो पॉइंट्स हैं यहाँ पर, 3 comma minus 5 and minus 1 comma 6. So these are being divided by the line y equals to x. So ये लाइन यहाँ पे बन रही है, and it is dividing this AB into some ratio, and we have to find that ratio. Okay. So this is easy, right? We can solve it very easily. So let's say that this point is x for the x coordinate. And since we know y is equals to x, so I can say it is x comma x. Correct? And one more thing we know that this is dividing in the ratio lambda is to 1. We can say this for now. Okay, and we have to find the value of lambda. Okay. So what we are going to do is, we are going to, so इस lambda 1 के हिसाब से हमारे पास जो कोऑर्डिनेट्स बनेंगे, सो यहाँ पे सेक्शन फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे हम. सेक्शन फॉर्मूला लगाते हुए, how do we use this lambda? We use this lambda with which point, A or B? We use it with B. Where do we use this one? With B or A? We use it with A. So using section formula, x की वैल्यू क्या होगी? Lambda into minus 1, that becomes minus lambda, plus 3 into 1, which becomes 3 again, upon lambda plus 1. यहां तक सही है? ऐसे ही y की वैल्यू निकाल लेते हैं. This lambda into 6 becomes 6 lambda, and minus 5 into 1 becomes minus 5 upon lambda plus 1. Because the formula was, what was the section formula? Section formula was mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. And x और y रिप्लेस कर दो यहाँ, मतलब x को y से रिप्लेस कर दोगे तो y का कोऑर्डिनेट आ जाएगा. And this was when the line is this, x1 y1 were here, x2 y2 were here, and line was divided by lambda into 1 format. Okay, or m is to n actually. Okay, so now we have found the x and y coordinate, but what do we know? We know both are same. X and y are same. So we are going to equate them to each other. So both of them are equal. So it becomes lambda plus 3 upon lambda plus 1, sorry, minus lambda upon 3 plus lambda upon lambda plus 1 equals to 6 lambda minus 5 upon lambda plus 1. So this will go away. So it becomes 6 lambda minus 5. So I'll put 6 lambda here. Minus 5 equals to 3 minus lambda. I'll bring this lambda to the left hand side. It becomes 7 lambda. 6 lambda plus lambda, because these are equations, right? It is normal equation that you can solve. 3 plus 5 and becomes 7 lambda equals to 8. Lambda becomes 8 by 7. So the line is, even though the value we have got is 8 by 7 for lambda, but we can say that this line is dividing it in the ratio of 8 is to 7, because this is uh, yeah. So here it will become the ratio will become 8 is to 7. That's how the line is dividing it. So I hope you're able to understand this question as well. Correct. uh, yeah, that's it for the coordinate geometry. We'll meet you again for the algebra part. Okay, hope you understood the scenarios and the questions here. Thank you. Meet you next time.